Hello everybody, welcome to part 2 of setting up my 2024 bullet journal. This video is packed of I think 6 or 7 different spreads, so I'm not even gonna waste all of your time with this intro, so let's just jump straight into it. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, okay? And yeah, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so the first 2 pages you're going to see me do is a period tracker page and a mood tracker page. I usually track my periods on an app, but I wanted it in my bullet journal as well this year, so that is what I'm doing. You will notice I have a lot of like yearly trackers rather than monthly trackers like I did this year in 2023. That's because I realized I rarely used my monthly trackers. I rarely looked at my monthly spreads, so this year I'm not going to have monthly trackers. I might have weekly trackers for things like water and self-care, but I wanted the important things like my mood, my savings, and other things like that to be in the front of my bullet journal because I will be referring to it more often. So that is why I put these in the front, and they are yearly, not just monthly. I'm also a big picture kind of person, so I like to visualize the whole year rather than month by month. When it comes to my trackers, and also like my monthly spreads, I don't use them that often, so I'm trying to make this year's bullet journal cuter yet more functional for me and something that I'm going to actually use, because I don't like spending so much time on beautiful spreads that I don't end up using because they aren't functional for me or they don't make sense for what I need them for. So that is one of my main concerns for this year's bullet journal spreads. So 2024 is going to be a bit more of a trial error type of year for me when it comes to bullet journaling. I still haven't fully found out what I like or how I like to set up my bullet journal, and I don't think I'll ever find the perfect way to set it up, but I am excited to see the different kinds of things I can do. I'm learning more about what's functional for me and what I actually like in my bullet journal. So I'm hoping to do more like trial and error kind of things so that I can further figure out what's best for me, what I actually use, what I don't use, what makes sense, what doesn't. And so this bullet journal, I'm going to be basically testing out everything and trying a bunch of new things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, and then hopefully in 2025 I can have a system in place, or at least know more or less what works for me and what doesn't. But from this last couple of months that I've been using a bullet journal again, I've realized what kind of works and what doesn't. So I'm going to implement those things and remove the things that I just did not use, like a monthly mood tracker and a monthly habit tracker. I just never used it. I never filled it out. I never looked at it. I never kept up with it. So I'm not putting it in my bullet journal. So towards the end of the year, I usually do a lot of reflecting, and I have a lot of goals for the upcoming year. And so I decided that one of my main goals is I want to save more money, or money period, because I've been doing a really bad job at saving money. I also want to do more housework. Like, I want to kind of prepare myself mentally and emotionally for the responsibilities of a wife and a mother. And so I want to do more around the house and make it my responsibility rather than just letting somebody else do it or like expecting my mom to do it. I am a grown woman. I can do the things too. So here I'm setting up a Monopoly themed page, and I thought this was so cute. I will leave the link to the original down below so you guys can check it out. and I basically just followed the picture and I made my own version of it. And so it's a fun way for me to like encourage myself to save money every week, and it's not like a lot of money every week, so it won't feel so hard to save that money. Okay, so to go with the Monopoly theme, I made a cute little spinner thing. It's kind of not the best spinner, but it works. You can also use one from a board game or whatever you want. But I basically made this super easy. I'm going to show you guys how. Basically what I did was I grabbed a piece of cardstock, and this is just where I was testing all the colors and using for like scrap paper. But I grabbed a piece of cardstock, and then I got these, I think at Walmart or the dollar store, can't really remember where I got them. I traced it around, and then basically I folded it like into 8 pieces like this, and then I cut out one piece because I didn't want it to be wrinkled and folded like that, and then I cut a second one so it could be flat, and then I just kind of traced the outline to get even pieces on here. And then you can do it by hand if you want. I just wanted to make sure it was kind of nice and neat. And then I cut from the corner of the page a little triangular shape. You can see where I cut it right here. And I put one of these that I got at the dollar store or at Walmart for like $1 for like a lot. And it's just the kind of thing that you put in like a folder or something like that. And it crimps off to the side, holds the papers down like this. I put one of those, and that is pretty much how I did it. So whenever it is time to roll the or spin the wheel, I will just spin it, make sure my finger's not blocking it, and then whatever number I get is the number I get, and that's how many I will move. And for the marker, I think I'm just going to use a piece of washi tape or something like that so that it doesn't get moved or anything like that throughout the week, so I can remember where I was at last. But yeah, and then I'm just gonna store it in this folder back here. I thought of making a folder for this, but honestly no, I'm just gonna put it in the back folder. Okay, this spread is my book spread. So I have 2 book spreads, and basically my goal for 2024 is to read at least 1 book a month, which will give me 12 books at the end of the year. And I know that might seem like a small goal for the people who are really big on reading, but I had that goal this year and I did not achieve it. So I really want to make sure that I take a different approach to hopefully ensure that I stick to my goal and I read at least 1 book a month in 2024. So I'm really into self-help, personal development, motivational books, those kinds of things, and a good novel every once in a while. So I decided if I picked the books that I wanted to read beforehand and made a list of them, that I would basically have no excuse to not read a book, because I would have a list to choose from, and my main excuse this year was I don't know what book to read. So that is why I am doing a list as my first book related spread. The next spread I didn't fill out because I'm still figuring out how I want it to look, but it's basically a chart. So at the end of the year, I will pick which book is my favorite book of the year. And I feel like this will also keep me pretty motivated to continue reading, because towards the end, I will have this big winner of the 12 books. And so I thought that that would be a good motivator to make sure I read at least 12 books next year. So I'm fixing it up, but honestly I'm not highlighting it or outlining it, because I'm going to probably end up changing it. As you see here, I'm changing it, but I don't know if I like the change, so I'm just gonna fast forward this part. Okay, I wanted to hop in here real quick while editing just to say that this next section is going to be quite elaborative, and I'm going to show or insert the inspo picture here so you guys can see where I got the inspiration for this next spread from. I want to give credit where credit is due. Okay, so I realized that I completely forgot to show you guys how it's actually made. This time lapse is way too fast, so I'm going to film a quick little video on how to make a folder. It won't be the same size as the original ones that I made for my bullet journal, but I will leave the actual size for those. So if you have an A5 journal, you can make the same size. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly show you guys how to do this. What you're going to need is a paper cut to the dimensions that will be listed on the page. You're going to need a ruler, you're going to need some scissors, and you're going to need either a glue stick or a double-sided tape. I use this double-sided tape and I use glue sticks from the dollar store. Nothing fancy. If you want, you can have a utility knife and a little bone thingy. I forget what these are called. They're to flatten out the page once you fold it. So you're gonna go ahead and fold it. I'm gonna leave the measurements for the folded area as well, but you're gonna fold it. I like to leave like maybe an inch, yeah, like a little bit less than an inch of space at the top, and I just fold it like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take, so you're gonna measure, I just want to make sure you guys can see, you're gonna measure a centimeter on one side, and like I said, this is not the same size as the others that I made in this video that I actually used for my bullet journal. But you're gonna take that, measure it, you're going to cut at that line you made and cut it like this. At this fold, that's where you're gonna stop the cut. Then you're going to cut again with that same centimeter, half centimeter area. You're gonna cut again, and then I like to cut like diagonally, I think is what you call it, just to give it a bit more of a nice edge at the bottom. Once you have that, I'm gonna try and move you guys over a little bit. Once you have that, you're going to basically just fold over, and this is where the tool comes in handy. You're gonna fold over, press it down, making sure you get it as evenly as you can, and then you're gonna do the same on the other side. Fold over and press down. You can use your fingers, you can use a pen, you can use whatever you want for this. And then you're going to glue the sides down or double side tape it, and then that is how you get your folder. I don't feel like wasting glue or tape, so yeah, that's how you get the folder. And then you can use a corner rounder to round off the corners as well. So yeah. Okay, so real quick, I wanted to show you guys the size difference of the folders. This is the folder size if I were to do 12 for these two spreads. So if I were to do 6 on here, this would be the folder size. It would be 3, and then it would be 3 down here. So instead I decided to just do the 2 for each and then do 6 instead of 12, so I can have obviously a wider card. It's like half, almost half, 2 times wider. So then I can make the cards way bigger and thicker so I can have more space to write. And so this is how it will look. I think it's super cute. And so what I'm going to do is, I already showed you guys how to do the folders, so I'm just gonna make a bunch of them, and then I'm going to stick them on here with some double-sided tape and put 2 of these in each little folder, and then whatever's left over I will put in the back folder, or maybe I'll just keep them all in the back folder until I need them. Not entirely sure how I want to go about it. We'll figure it out on the way. Okay, so apparently I don't know how to count. It is 8 squares, not 6, so I made 2 extra ones. I have a total of 8. I'm going to glue them or use double-sided tape to tape them down, and then I'm going to insert some of these in there and then hold on to the rest of them. Okay, here is the final flip through of the pages for this video. I still have to fill this out and fill out this page as well, and I am not doing this page because I still have to figure it all out. And then there's this page, and I'm not rushing to do this page because I mean I have to read the books before I can fill it out anyways, so I have at least a month to figure out what I want to do with this page. And then this page, I love how this page turned out. I might add a little title up here or something, but I love this page. I think it's so cute, and yeah, I'm super excited to use it. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more bullet journaling, Christian life, and crafty videos. And leave a comment down below on which spread I made today was your favorite. I will be leaving my favorite down below in the comments, so definitely go ahead and let me know which one was your favorite. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to this point, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.